Meditation is very easy to learn. A lot of people have the impression that to meditate you have to go through special training or practices. And while that may be so if you were learning a specialized type like Zen or transcendental meditation, it certainly isn't so to learn just how to meditate. Um, it's a very easy skill to develop. I just got to fix my light here. It doesn't take much effort. It's very natural. All meditation is thinking deeply. You don't have to blank out your mind or go into some kind of altered spiritual state. A lot of people like to write and complicate it, and it really isn't complicated. Just find a place to sit where you can relax and no one will bother you. That's the first step. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths and just let yourself relax. Now, some people have this. They want to do the esoteric thing: foot relax, knee relax. You don't have to do that. That just complicates it. And believe me, meditation is one of those areas that people complicate the hell out of it. But then there's people who that's their life's mission. It seems they could complicate a wet dream. You don't need any of that. Stay away from those people. They'll waste the skin. You want to do it? Meditate, sit, relax. That simple. Take 3 deep breaths. Now, close your eyes and breathe the way you would breathe while you were sleeping. Slow, deep, almost through the stomach, relaxed and natural. There's a catch there. I said breathe the way you breathe when you're sleeping. The funny thing is, even though you would think I'm asleep, I don't know. 99% of people, when given that advice, know exactly what to do. And I've been teaching this method now for close to 30 years, I guess, 25 years at least. Now, when you meditate, all you want to do is think of something. The thing is, you can't teach your mind to think of nothing. That's why they need all those exercises with the arcane meditation. And when you do get to where you blank your mind, they say, oh, you had an enlightenment, and it's like, yeah, so what? Oh, another day, another dollar. You think of something. Try this. Try to take the thought, at this moment, I am at peace with myself. And repeat it a couple of times. At this moment, I am at peace with myself. Breathe and relax. Feel it. And think about it. I am at peace with myself. Feel calm and relaxed. And think how it feels. As if it had a physical sensation. Think how it might move through you. What color it would even have, this idea inner peace, what color would you associate with it? And just think of feeling peaceful, relaxed, for just this moment. All's all right, you're calm. And we'll keep thinking that for a little longer. How would this feeling of peace flow through you? How's it feel physically? Just let yourself, at this moment, at this point in time, right now, you are at peace with yourself. That's a wonderful feeling, isn't it? And just go with that. Allow that for another moment, and now come up out of it. Take a breath, open your eyes, and you see how easy that was? That's a simple basic meditation. And you can meditate on a variety of things. You can meditate on a symbol, an idea, music, a sound, a feeling, a taste. Write a small phrase and meditate on that. Meditate, think of how it feels, and just let yourself to internalize it. The basic step to meditation is that simple. Now, if you have trouble with meditation, the next thing you want to do, or if you want, especially if you're ever leading a group meditation, I've been using this method for years. I believe it or not, I got it out of a book about 35 years ago or so, and I adapted it. And to guide yourself, to get yourself into the state and to bring yourself back up out of it. So as you go into your meditation now, where you're calm, close your eyes, you're breathing, getting the feeling of peace. Imagine that you entered a doorway into a dark hallway and you went down a flight of stairs. And there's, say, 8 stairs in this one. So you go, imagine yourself going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're at the landing at the bottom. And you turn and you see a door and you open that door. And it takes you into a bright garden, bright sunlight, flowers along the side. You can see the swirling colors, the brightly colored flowers. And you walk to the one that catches your attention most. And you see the colors, the shape, you can almost smell it, and you see a little dewdrop on there. And as you lift it and get closer to it, in the dewdrop you see the rainbow color, and then that glint of light. And with that glint of light, now you're deep into your meditation. And you're just going to sit and enjoy this feeling of light, this feeling of comfort, this feeling of being into this state of meditation. We're not going to stay here long, but just feel energized. Just feel how that light sort of took you someplace else. For our first time, we're going to come back out now, and you go through the flashlight and you see the flower again. And you look around and see the garden, and you walk back to the door. And as you walk into the door in the dark hallway, you go and turn and up the stairs. And this time it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at the top landing. Turn, open the door, open your eyes and your back from your meditation. This is a good method not only to help you get deeper into meditation, a good practice, but also if you're ever leading a meditation. For instance, if you're like a nurse or medical personnel teaching a relaxation class to cardiac patients, or if you're called to give a class on meditation, this is a very good, simple method so that you're guiding everyone. And I've used it with difficult audiences. I've used it when I worked in a rehab with alcoholics and addicts, and I always managed to get the right result. So this is a good, simple, basic thing. Now the second thing in meditation is that while meditation opens you up, you need to filter out what comes to you, because it's like you have a magnetical field around you. That's your astral body sensing things. Well, you don't want to leave your astral body wide open. So let's go back into the basic meditation again, where you close your eyes, breathe, get relaxed, and as you breathe, image that you're pulling in light, and light is filling your whole being. Okay, and as you exhale, it brightens more, kind of like the bellows on a fireplace or a campfire. You pull in, and then when you push out and the air expels, those coals heat up and brighten. And do this for a few breaths, and then image that surrounding you as you brighten is a shell, a protective shell. It filters out that which you don't want. And image this shell forming around you. When I first learned to do this, we were told to use a white shell. I found another method that used like almost an electric blue. Some people find that better. But image this shell developing around you. And this is a sort of protection that screens you from, let's, for lack of better words, just call it bad vibes, anything out there, excuse me, that might interfere with your state of mind. This is a good protective sort of thing. And if you do this every day, at least once a day for a few months, you'll get to the point where you develop this defensive thing. And if you're in an environment where you just get that astral sludge feeling, or just draining or bad vibes, you can just call it up just by thinking. The term I use to think of it is shield and screen, and image the protect. Of course, your mind is what turns it on and off. And it'll be with you all the time, but when you turn it on like that, it's extra protection. And if you're with someone who's doing the same exercises with you, you can almost like combine get next to each other, shield and screen, and instead of 2 times the force, you get 4 times the force, and that's really a good thing. Now, the other part of this, and we're going to go a little further. I'm going to tell a little story here. One of the best defensive things you can do when you have this is to learn how to make the screen image in your mind that it's like a mirror, like that Silver Surfer character, reflecting everything off it. You don't do that all the time. You do that when you feel impinged upon. A couple of times I felt really out of sorts, and it was people, and they weren't magically trained people. They were just people who were projecting thoughts in my direction almost accidentally. But when I did the shield and screen, it ended that, and they always reacted as if something had happened or I had done something, as if they intuitively knew they didn't want to be around me now, because their bad vibes were bouncing back. I don't want to go into too much detail on this. It's happened a few times, and all you do when you call it up again, or if you feel all of a sudden like there's focus on you, someone is focusing on you in a group, you're wondering who it is, call up the mirror and they'll react. You see how I just jolted? That's how they'll jolt often. And see who jolts, see who looks at you. It could be surprising. So these are a few basic meditative techniques. Now, one thing that you find the metaphysicians took all out of proportion is something called affirmations. And these are statements that you make that you want to meditate upon. They use them for another purpose. And what you can do is write down a statement that you want to meditate on. Look at it, read it, repeat it a couple of times, and then just go into a brief meditation. These are just a few thoughts on basic meditation. It really is an easy skill to learn. You don't need to be fancy with it. If you can just get used to doing the basic meditation, there's so much you can do with it. This is really, again, I've been doing this method for years. I've been teaching it for years. It works very well. It is very simple, so you can add to it as you want. And this right now is just a basic run through on how to do it. So good luck with it. And this is Uncle Thor signing out.